Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm super excited because today we're going to be going through this 4-phase process that I've never really taught like this. And I'm going to peel back the curtains. I'm going to show you exactly how I've built my business, but more importantly, how I've helped other people build their business using this exact same framework. Really excited about this because it allows you to do this while you're still working your 9-to-5 job and without having to go create your own products. But it puts into the perspective of like, okay, I could get started. Let's make our first 10K. And then later on down the road, I can build my own product if I want. Okay. That's what I'm going to walk you through these phases. Now, I have with me some very special guests, past students, but now we work together. We do a lot of things together. Amazing. Their stories are just incredible. I want to introduce Daniel Chow and Nathan Bakers. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Jonathan? What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys. Hey.
Yeah, good to have you guys here. Yeah, so for those, if you guys have never met them, Wealth Warriors, they started with me, 4 or 5 years ago, and they've gone on, I want to say they got started with like my phase 1, which what we're going to teach you guys today. And then they went on and created their own products and, built their own sales systems and running ads. Like they went on and did their own thing, made 7 figures. And it's just been an incredible journey to watch them succeed and now help hundreds of other people as well. So I'm going to let them kind of tell their story real quick, and then we'll dive right into the training, guys. Daniel, you want to start off by just kind of...
Yeah, absolutely.
I never heard of you. Yeah, would love to hear.
So 4 years ago, right? I mean, I was at the lowest point of my life, and I was the delivery guy. I deliver vehicle parts, right, to make a living. But not only living paycheck to paycheck, but I actually got sued by American Express for over $35,000 credit card debt I couldn't pay. So I had to put my family on food stamps. As a father, as a husband, I feel very low at the time, okay? Super low self-esteem. So one day I saw a content, right, online ads, talk about how to make money online, right? And it drew me in because I used to do Amazon FBA, selling products on Amazon. That business failed. That's how I got into that huge amount of debt I couldn't pay, right? So that business model caught my attention because it says I can simply make money without buying any inventory, without having my own product, right? So I start doing some research. Then I found Jonathan, okay? Because when I first started, my goal was to find a guy who I resonate with. Then I want to learn everything from that guy, okay? Because success leaves trails. If I can find that guy and model the success, I probably can achieve similar success as well. That's how I found Jonathan. That's how I started at the first place, right?
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Yeah, I always love hearing it. It's never gets old, because it's so powerful, man. Like, especially when, as our students will start to realize that the power of your story is like how we resonate with other people. And yours is very, very powerful. And that, leading to Nate, he also has a very powerful story and different. And, I know you went through a lot of trials and errors and just hardships in your life, Nathan. So yeah, man, tell us about kind of what you went through and how you got to where you're at right now, man.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say thanks, Jonathan. It's always a treat getting on with you, man. It's been actually a quite honor, man. Just from 4 years ago to today, it's absolutely been life-changing. But like, it hasn't always been that way, right? I'm your high school dropout, your ex-addict who was on the streets for 8 years, right? I've been clean for 17, 18 years now, right? Yeah. But I was your blue collar worker, right? I was just your normal blue collar worker. I did heavy equipment, drywalling, right? And then I got into class 1 truck driving, right?
Yeah.
But ended up maxing out my credit card, get my class 1. And for 7 years, I pretty much, all I did was work. All I did was drive truck, right? I never saw my family. A lot of times I was picking up the phone, having to call my kids, say goodnight, right? That's what took the toll on me. I was making good money, but I was sacrificing my family time to make that money, right? So it was really December 2020. My daughter came up to me and said, "Daddy, why do you work so much? We never get to see you." And it was those exact words from my daughter that got me looking to online. Basically, I looked online. I saw a bunch of TikToks. I started with another quick program, but then I found you, Jonathan, through Daniel. Actually, I bought Free to
Nice.
Break from Daniel, right? And pretty much ever since me and him connected, we've been like family, like brothers, right?
Yeah.
So basically, his family's my family, my family. But like, what's happened from 4 years ago to today has been absolutely life changing. There's been lots of ups and lots of downs, but I wouldn't change any of those struggles or challenges for what we have today.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. And I love that you mentioned that there was lots of ups and downs. And honestly, guys, like I still go through ups and downs. You know, like I've made some good money and I've had the freedom that I want. But I mean, as a business owner, you're still going to go through those ups and downs. But yeah, we'll go through all that today. We're going to dive right into it. I really want to peel back the curtain and show you really what's going on in my head, because I think a lot of people kind of see what I do, but like maybe they don't really realize what's the purpose behind it. Right. And, you know, I think if you really understand the method to my madness, like it really helps you kind of figure out like, oh, okay, that's what he's trying to achieve. Now, if I were to start over today and build my business, I would do it the exact same way. Now, obviously there's other things and other tools that make things easier. We have artificial intelligence and, you know, these other tools that make it easier, but the principle of what I teach is still the same, right? Whether you add AI or take out AI, the principles that we're going to be showing you today are going to be the exact same thing. Okay. So awesome. 4 phases. Very good. All right. So this is going to be one of those trainings that I would get a notebook, paper, pen, and take as many notes as you can. Okay. Now I'm going to say this. Okay. We do have an offer at the end of this. We have something that's going to help you excel a lot quicker, but it's only going to be for a very small percentage of people. Okay. And I'm telling you this right now because I don't want you to watch this training and be like, oh, they're going to sell me something. Like, no, let's just, I want you to relax, calm down, and realize that this offer is only going to be for a very, very small percentage. Everyone else, I'm going to bring a ton of value. That way you can see how to actually build a business. And more importantly, how do we hit your first 10K fast and then really scale it? Just kind of like how we've done it, exactly how we've done it. So if you guys are excited, type in a 1 below. Let's get into it. All right.
Yeah, you guys don't want to miss out, okay? Because it's basically gonna pull back the curtain, show you exactly how to put all the moving pieces together, okay? So make sure you write as much notes as you could, okay?
Yeah, this is the exact same strategy, exact same methods that that all 3 of us have used, and a bunch of other marketers in the industry have used the exact same strategy. Marketing's marketing. It doesn't matter what you're promoting. When you guys learn to master the actual marketing skills, you guys can promote anything you want. Doesn't matter about the offer. It's the skills that pay the bills.
Absolutely. All right. Cool. Everyone looks like they're ready to go. I'm going to share screen here. And then obviously Daniel and Nate, if you guys have anything to add, feel free to stop me. This training, I want it to be super laid back. I don't want to do slides. I wanted to just do real and raw. We're going to show them exactly what we're doing. Okay. So we're going to start out by, we're going to go through the 4 phases here, but phase 1, right, is like, okay, we want to get you to your first 10K, or that's where most people want to get to. It's like, if I can make my first 10K, I believe this is real. And I know I can do this again and again and again. And the reason I say this is because this was my number that gave me the belief that I can quit my job. Okay. Now, this is also the hardest place to get to as well. Okay. And I wish I would have had this strategy that I'm going to give you guys today, because I kind of had a lot of trial and error, when I started. So the biggest thing with phase 1, okay, the first thing you need is an offer. Okay. And maybe some of you already have one, or you either you have an affiliate product or something like that, or you may already have this, right? But this is the first thing. If you're brand new and you don't have this is the first thing you got to have. Okay. You need something to sell. Okay. And first thing you need is the offer. Now, obviously the way I've always taught it is you need to start with an affiliate product, right? Now recently, I've been talking a lot with Daniel and Nate, and we just realized that it's so much easier to have a product that you can get 100% commissions, right? So what we've been doing here with phase 1 is having a 100% commission product. Okay. Now, this is not a product that you created. Okay. This is a product, kind of like a master resale rights product. So if you're not familiar with that, it's essentially a product that you can sell and get 100% commissions. Okay. Now this is one of the easiest ways to get to your first 10K, right? Because in this particular example, we're going to be selling a $1,000 product, and obviously you only need 10 sales to hit that first 10K. So this just makes it a lot easier. Now, the thing that you don't have to do in phase one is you don't have to go and create this offer. You don't have to create the landing pages, the VSLs, the webinars, right? You don't need a sales team, right? So it's kind of like affiliate marketing, where you don't have to do the selling yourself, but you get 100% of the commission. So it's actually really cool. Okay. Now, one thing that we paired with this is having multiple offers, right? So not only are we selling this offer at 100% commissions, the other thing that we're doing with this is we're pairing it with affiliate income streams on the back end, right? So with this, we're then promoting, 15 to 20 income streams, right? And this is where it becomes really like lucrative, because basically what we're doing is we're using this product to essentially build an email list, right? So here's the cool thing, whether they buy or not, we're still able to build an email list. Okay. And because of this email list, we can then promote these other 15 to 20 income streams. Okay. But we're still leading with that 100% commission product. Okay. This is one thing that has really helped our students get to that first 10K a lot quicker. Okay. All right. So second thing you need here in phase one, let me just back up a little bit. Once you have the offer is, you need some sort of automated system, right? So automated sales process. So essentially what that means, and Daniel, Nate, if you want to stop me at any time, just let me know. But essentially what that means is we got to have a system that automatically follows up and sells people different products. Okay. So that's all this is, right? So it's an automated sales system, right? So basically the way it works is like, let's just say you're building this email list of people. We want to have this automated sequence that will then send to people automatically for the next year or two, or even 3 years. Okay. Now, again, with the help of AI, we've been able to do this a lot quicker now, and some softwares that help you do this a lot quicker. But what I'm saying is you still need an automated sales process, right? So you need emails that will send to different products, right? So product number 1 and product number 2, right? And so on and so forth. Okay. So you got to have that automated sales process, right? We don't want to be sending emails manually, nothing like that. Okay. Now the third thing, and this is where it gets really exciting, right? So we got to have, and we're going to be talking about like a fast traffic source. I'm going to probably switch this more to Daniel and Nate in just a second. But I call this like fast traffic, right? So fast traffic or customers, okay? Because, you guys are all familiar with like creating content on YouTube and creating content on Instagram, and, that's all great stuff, right? But the only issue with that, and I spelled that wrong, you see, the only issue with YouTube and all that stuff is it just takes time to build, right? So to get to your first 10K very quickly, and this is a process I would even say Daniel and Nate figured out even better than I did, is we want to tap into something that we're all using every single day. Okay. And that's Facebook, and not even like a Facebook page, but like a profile, like your actual personal profile. And I don't know about you, Daniel and Nate, but like I've seen Facebook's always been great for me, and over the years, but like now in 2025, I've seen like I'm getting so much more traffic now. And I think Facebook's trying to catch up to like, TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah. I noticed that too. Yeah.
That younger crowd.
So that's what I've noticed. And like, it's just crazy. So I want to switch this to you guys, and I want you to kind of walk him through your Facebook strategy. And, again, we're still talking about phase one here, guys. So there's a lot we're going to go over, but, do you guys want to kind of go over?
We'll talk about traffic, the jumping traffic here in a little bit. Give us number 1 down below, okay? If so far you see from the overview of phase number 1, okay? Number 1, you got to have a high converting offer, okay? And ideally, if that gives you 100% commissions, right? You make maximum amount of profit without you creating that product, that would be the best, okay? But in the meantime, you also need to have that back-end recurring commission offers set up. Okay, otherwise you're gonna encounter a challenge. Okay, you may be very good at making one-time sales, but you have to go hard, right? Every single day. Me and Nathan and also Jonathan see so many people burn out because they don't have a proper system in place. So
Yeah.
they always chase after the new customer day in and day out. Couple months later, those people are gone because they burn out. Okay, so you got to make sure your system framework is right. Okay, and also you got to have an automated sales process, right? Like an email sequence set up, it goes out automatically. Once you have the system set up correctly under this framework, now we can talk about traffic. Okay, and there are so many social media platforms out there, right? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, they all work. Okay, but here is what me and Nathan's concept. We have to look at, instead of just talking about getting leads, anybody can get leads. Okay, just publishing content can get leads, but we have to look at the temperature of the leads, right? There are hot leads, warm leads. If you are a business owner, right, to start with, definitely take care of the hot leads first. So if you have that concept in mind, which social media platform should you start with? Okay, Facebook is the only platform it already gathered your ideal customers in the same room for you. Why do I say that? Let's say if I want to sell a weight loss supplement, right? Weight loss training program. Okay, I want to sell my weight loss training program. Where do I find prospects, hot prospects, people who are problem aware? They might try a couple weight loss programs before, but they still don't get the results they want, so they are still asking for help, right? Those type of people are low-hanging fruits. Okay, I want to take care of those people first before I create content on Instagram, YouTube to drive more traffic, colder traffic to my business. I'm gonna go to different weight loss related Facebook groups. Does that make sense? What kind of people will join weight loss Facebook groups? People either want to lose weight or they want to sell weight loss product, right? If I can find niche related Facebook groups and go in there, networking with people, I basically put my business into my target audience where they hang out at immediately. Okay, so I will start from there, take care of the lowest hanging fruits, while that will give me that to jumpstart my business, right? I can get a couple high ticket sales coming in relatively quickly because I'm speaking to the right people. I see time to time again. I mean, time after time, people complaining about, hey, I'm talking to the wrong people. No, my offer is so good, but nobody buy from me, right? Because you are speaking to the colder crowd. When you speak to somebody who is problem aware, solution aware, and they are still asking for help, that's way easier to close for high ticket sales. Does that make sense? Give me number 2. Okay, Nate, do you have anything you want to add here?
Basically, guys, Facebook is the only platform that you're not dependent on the algorithm. You can literally handpick your perfect target audience, and it's literally made me and Daniel over $3 million the last 4 years just with Facebook organic, and we haven't run any Facebook ads.
Yeah. So we do it in the right sequence. We start from Facebook because during this process, you're gonna pin down your core marketing message, define who you are selling to, right? Enhance your content, learn how to communicate with your prospects. Okay, when you do that, we go for high ticket. That's why Jonathan say at the front end, you want to sell an $1,000 product. Okay, high ticket, because you're gonna spend time in the field actually talking to the hot prospects. Okay, once you know how to do that, you're gonna find out when you are starting doing Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, creating short form video content is way much easier because you know exactly what your target audience, their pains and desires. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I want to just jump in real quick. I mean, that's such a good point because so many of our students are like, I don't know what to post on Instagram or YouTube, or it's like, yeah, because you don't know the pain points of your target audience. And when you start with Facebook, it becomes really easy because you're talking to people, you understand the pain points. You're in these groups, like you can see the pain that they're going through, right? So it makes it really easy to then create content because you can see the actual pain that they're going through. And that's very, very powerful. Absolutely.
And also, you guys got to remember, like, I bet 90% of you guys watching this, maybe even more, are in the make money online niche. But you guys also got to think outside the box as well, right? Like for me, for instance, right, I'm in a lot of blue collar dad groups. I'm in a lot of FIFO Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of trucking communities,
Mm.
right? I resonate with those people because I've done that, right? Those are my
Right.
type of people. I can relate with them on a personal level, which makes it easier for me to hit their pain points and make them realize that this is the solution that they need.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Well, I definitely want to go through some of the strategies. And obviously we're not going to go, we can't go like extremely into depth, but you know, I want to give as much value to everyone here as possible. Like, what's the overall strategy when we're using Facebook? What's some gold nuggets that we can kind of give them? And then I have some examples as well that I want to show, and kind of what I'm doing personally at the moment, kind of what I've always done. But yeah.
From me personally, okay, I mean, besides you got to know who you are selling to, or how do you create your marketing message. I mean, everything we talk about, right? Jonathan has a very powerful software called Funnel Freedom. If you haven't used that, check it out, okay? Because everything we talk about here, the tactics wise, right? The AI features inside Funnel Freedom can help you do everything I just talked about, okay? Marketing message, everything, okay? The process is very fast. But mainly is that you got to know the concept, right concept, okay? So Facebook, let's say you already got your Facebook profile optimized, you know exactly where to go, right? You have that lead source that you can bring in daily leads coming into your business, okay? By sending friend requests, to the right people, okay? When you talking to the right people versus talking to wrong people, it's heaven versus hell, different results, okay? So you got to find a way. How can you talk to the right people? Let's say you already get that done. I would say the number one skill you have to have in order to hit that 10K as quick as possible is learn how to communicate with people in DM. Okay. You don't need to call DM people like me and Nathan. We don't call DM people, but you got to know how to communicate with them. So they are willing to open up with you, tell you their problem. So you have a solution to help them fix that problem. If I go back 4 years ago when I first started out, okay, this is my real case study when I was a beginner. When I first started with Jonathan, learning from his Freedom Breakthrough program, right? The first 2 months, I did made a high ticket sale at the time is $500 commission. However, that customer basically she decided to quit, so she back out after 1 week. So I lose that commission, right? So in the first 2 months of time, I as a complete beginner, I only made about $170 in 2 months of time.
Yeah.
But Jonathan shared with me, right? He had the DM script at the time. I learned from it. I start executing it. I talk to my prospect, right? Build that relationship. Third month, I made $9,000 in 3 months.
Wow.
Then my fourth month, I broke my first 10K. Since that day on till today, I never had a month that I made less than 10K. So 10K,
That's amazing,
50K.
man.
Me and Nathan, we did 100K in a month. Every single month, more than 10K.
That's amazing. Yeah, and it's crazy because I think like that was just using Facebook. We haven't even talked about the other platforms yet.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Well, and that's the thing I want. You know, I want to give you guys some actionable things that you can like just watch this training and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay. So Daniel, I mean, you mentioned a few things. I want to get a little tactical here. How many? And I forgot to put this here. Add Facebook bio. We can kind of go over that real quick. But how many friends? Like, if someone's just starting out, how many friends should they be adding daily? Target.
Okay. When you send friend requests, it's based on Facebook algorithm does track your usage habit history. Okay. So let's say if you never send in large amount of friend requests, you might not be able to send too many per day, but it's okay. You are building up that tolerance. Okay. Like Nathan, sometimes he could send over 100 friend requests a day. Okay. But some people like beginner, they can only send 5, 10, but it's okay. You just keep sending it every single day. The key is like this, okay? Where you got to know how to do your research. This is what we call cherry pick your prospect, okay? When you see other people's content, you can see who are struggling, who are beginners, who are asking for help, right? That's the people you want to reach out as by sending friend requests. So you can start a dialogue, see how you can help, right? So you got the friend request amount. The ideal standard, I would say 20 to 30 friend requests a day. Okay, 20 to 30 friend requests a day. When you send friend requests, I need you to break it apart. Okay, you don't want to send, let's say I want to send 20 a day. I don't want to send all 20 friend requests at one time. I may send 10 friend requests in the morning. Then before I go to bed, right, I will send another 10. Okay, so break it apart. So 20 friend requests a day. Know this. Comparing to if you run Facebook ads, let's say you are super good, okay, ads expert, or you work with an agency to get the qualified lead, just talking about lead, not customer, okay, to get the qualified lead for your business through Facebook ads, you will be spending minimum $5, okay, $5.
Right.
And your Facebook profile, you have 5,000 spots that you can send friend requests, add people as your friends, okay. Let's say each targeted leads cost you $5, 5,000 friends, right? That's $25,000.
Yeah.
So if you know how to send proper friend requests to the right people, fill up that 5,000 spots on your friends list, you immediately save yourself $25,000, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see that way. So it's actually worth of your time learning where to go, how to find target audience, and send friend requests. You are saving yourself money. Does that make sense? Give me number 3, okay, if you are following me.
Yeah,
Hey, you got
that's
anything you want to
incredible.
add?
Love it. Love it. Yeah. And then another thing I'll kind of want to add there as well is, you know, as you start to build that friends list, one thing is like posting daily, right? Like it,
Yep.
obviously we do want to connect via DM, but the posting daily is really the nurturing, right? Because, you know, assuming that they set up their Facebook bio, and I'll pull up my Facebook here. And when we say Facebook bio, guys, this is what this is here. You know, basically your Facebook page is essentially your funnel, right? Like we want someone
Yep.
to add you, and we want them to look at your page and be like, this is what they help people do, right? Like if you look at mine, it's literally, it's straightforward, right? I help 9-to-5ers quit their job by tapping into 20 income streams, right? Boom, like straight to the point, and you know exactly how to get started, right? So that's kind of the goal with your Facebook profile. Actually, we have one of our inner circle students, Shanda, and hers is more targeting moms, right? Or I'm sorry, yeah, moms that want to help their husbands get out of their job. She wants to help, you know, their husband. So we helped her kind of map out her profile, and you know what we realized is like I help wives get their husbands to freedom or something like that using our, you know, their 3-step process. And it's really simple, right? Like you target someone very specific, and you know, once they see your page, then it's all it all makes sense. So for example, like for Nate, right? If he was targeting just truck drivers because that's where he came from, well, he can go to these truck driver Facebook groups. He can go and add people. And then when they see his profile, they see it. It's like, I help truck drivers quit their 9-to-5 job. Boom. It all makes sense, right? If that's the pain point that they're in, right? I have a student as well. He's a firefighter, and you know, he's trying to help firefighters quit their job and create multiple streams of income. But you know, he can go to these firefighter groups, add people, because Facebook has already found these people, put them together. And now basically what we're doing is we're just building our audience. And that's kind of the power of Facebook, right? So that I want to add that in there.
Yeah. So the concept is like this, okay? The automated business system, if you look at Jonathan or Nathan's profile, right? That all those elements are there. Okay. So it's running on autopilot. When people visit Jonathan's the profile, right? People can see what Jonathan can do to help them achieve some kind of results, right? Then there's a link over there. So Jonathan people can click on that link you see on Jonathan's profile and go through the free training. Then the automated system kick in. Okay. What I'm talking about is that how can we even enhance that results? Okay. Because relying on automated system is great, but I want to fast track our results. Okay. So how can we increase our conversion rate, right?
Yeah.
From industry standard 1% to 3%, right? If you just relying on automated funnel, right? Like top dogs, like Jonathan, Russell Brunson, they might get 3% conversion rates. As a beginner, there's no way we can achieve that, but how can we achieve better results? By talking to people, okay? Mm-hmm. If you know how to talk to people in DM, the conversion rate will be about 10% or more. Okay.
Yeah.
If as a business owner, 1 to 3% conversion rate versus 10% that everybody can learn how to achieve, which one would you choose, right? We do all of them, okay? We do all of them. We do automated sales system. We do DM. We also have the sales team to take calls, right? So we basically attack all angles to increase the conversion rate as a company as a whole. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it's almost like we're obviously we want to get everyone to the point where we're using just automated system,
Right,
but
right,
in the
right,
beginning, you got to put a little sweat equity, right? And
right.
that's what this is essentially. And all Danielle is saying is, yeah, you can just have an automated funnel, and you'll have one, you'll have an automated system, and you could just send people there. But what
Yep.
Daniel's saying is like, well, if you take that extra step, learn the skill of how to actually conversate with someone, you're going to convert so much better. Like even me, I still do it till this day, right? If I message someone and I take the time to speak to them on Messenger, they're going to be way more likely to buy, right? Because
Yep.
well, one, this world wants more connection, right?
Yep.
You know, everything's just so online now, which is great, but there's no human connection anymore, right? So if you can go and hear someone's pain points and listen to them and communicate with them, they're going to trust you, right? And
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's the thing.
Yep.
So we went through like, let me go back to the whiteboard here. And I know we're keeping this as, you know, higher level because there's so much that goes into this, but you know, I kind of want to give them that. Okay, so we need a Facebook bio. We got to add friends daily. We want to connect via DM. One thing I do want to mention is like, okay, posting daily. And I want to show you guys something. I don't know about your guys' account, but I know, like I said, Facebook has just blown my mind like the past few months. Like it's always been good since I started in 2019. But right now, like I'm actually focusing so much more on Facebook, and let me show you why. Okay. This is just insane. Okay. I'm going to show you my professional profile here. And I just want to show you in the last 28 days, almost 1 million views. Okay.
Jonathan's traffic is crazy. Jonathan's traffic is crazy.
It's just insane. And like, not only am I getting views, I'm getting tons of followers, right? As well. You know, content interactions, almost 12,000 have interacted with my content. And it's crazy because, you know, I've always had decent interaction, but I'm saying lately, and I'm trying to find the where it shows you like the graph last like year. I don't know if I can see it here, but if you look, I don't know, maybe it's just on my phone, but if you look in the past year, you know, I always got decent traffic, but now the last few months, it's like right here. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So I want to kind of show you what I'm doing right now with Facebook, just real quick, because I think this is really powerful. Because, you know, when I say post daily, I know you guys are going to get like, oh, shoot, I don't know what to post, right? And I'll just show you kind of what I'm doing here, okay? And I'll show you some people that you can model. Obviously, you can model me, Daniel, Nate. They're always posting, you know, so obviously model us. But some of the things that you can do. So I like to post like a reel a day, right? So like a Facebook reel. So that's one thing you can do here is a reel. One thing that's been really powerful, I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, are these kind of like these, what do you call, I don't even know what you call these, but it's basically like a text post, but they take up so much space in the algorithm and they get so much traction. Okay. So these are posts I've been doing daily. And I'll show you some of the things I've been doing here. Let me see if I can find it here. These posts have been working amazing lately. Okay. So basically, and I'm going to show you guys a really cool strategy that I haven't really shown anyone yet. Okay. So for example, like, you know, you can post something like, you know, hey, this is how you do XYZ, right? So I tell people, hey, this is how I built my email list to 700,000 subscribers. But I don't actually say how to do it in the post. I'm literally, if you go to the comments, I have it in here, right? Step 5, step 7, you know, step 4. And what it does is people will then go inside of here and Facebook sees this as like valuable content, right? So that's what I've been kind of doing lately. And I'll show you another one here. Let me see. Let me find a better one, guys. Let's see. I have a lot of them. I'm just trying to find the ones that have been working really well. Okay, like something like this, right? Rip to low skill jobs. These AI tools will do 90% of low skill tasks. So there's a few things that I'm doing here. So I'm actually trying to create controversy, right? So like rip to low skill jobs, right? Some people are going to be pissed about that. And then I'm going to say these 10 AI tools will do 90% of these lower tasks. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating some controversy, right? And then in the CTA or in the comments itself, this is where I put all the tools here. Okay. Anyways, this is how I'm getting a ton of views, by the way, guys. It's been pretty incredible. I don't know why my Facebook's not working right now. But anyways, that's did you want to add anything to that, Daniel? And
No, this is very smart. I haven't tried this yet because I noticed that you're doing this quite often recently. I got to try this because you make a CTA post, it get pushed out a lot, then you provide real value in the comments to nurture them. That's super powerful.
Yeah, I encourage all of you to follow this guy, Austin Armstrong. He has 1.5 million followers. I've been in contact with him, and I'm not saying go buy his product, but what I'm saying is look what he's doing. Because I don't know why this is not working. Sorry, guys. He does like literally like 5 to 10 posts a day on Facebook. I'm sorry, I'm getting such an error here. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Here we go. I'll get here eventually. Okay, so you can see he's doing these exact same posts. Now, his get way more reach than mine, but you can see, you know, faceless videos are exploding on YouTube. Here's the easiest way to get started. And then basically in the comments, he links out to, you know, maybe a YouTube video or something, right? Now, of course, what Daniel's teaching and Nate is, yes, like you could go reach out to all these people. You can get in their DMs, right? So that's where Daniel and Nate kind of take that extra step, and they go and conversate with people. But I highly recommend that you do kind of some of these posts right here on your Facebook, especially if you're adding people daily. You're going to get so much more traffic. I mean, you saw I'm getting like 1 million views with this daily. Anyways, I don't know why my Facebook's not working, but I'll let you guys show. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I got to figure out this thing. I'm getting an error. It doesn't let me scroll down on Facebook right now. But yeah, so I hope that was helpful. But as far as like posting daily, right? I mean, you know, like you want to be adding people, but then having these type of posts that really attract and nurture your audience, right? Because what we're going to do is obviously you want to get in their DMs and create that conversation, but you also want to nurture them. And that's what the posting is for, correct?
Yep. We always say that the 80-20 rule, right? 80% value, 20% selling, pretty much, right? You want to provide more value than you do sell, because I see so many people in the marketing space who their pages is just sell, buy. Here's a link. Nobody wants that, man. If you're not providing value to your audience, nobody's going to pay attention to you. Right. So you want, like me and Daniel teach our students, right? A viral transformation post, your before and your after, right? Those are very powerful posts that make you very relatable to your audience, the people who you're speaking to. You become relatable with your audience, those they end up turning into fans, and fans turn into buyers.
Yeah, that's great. I do want to show you guys this. I think I got my Facebook working because I think this is something you guys can model. Let me show you real quick. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is one of his posts here. Just a simple post, right? Now, I talk to Austin a lot, so I kind of know what he's doing here. But basically, what he's doing is, again, he's creating that controversy, right? Like goodbye web developers. Like it's kind of a mean statement, right? But then you can build an entire website in just 90 seconds. And then if you go to the comments, you can see like he has whatever he's selling here. Right now, Daniel and Nate would take it a step further, and they would DM every single person, right? So that's kind of what they do, and that's how we get to your first 10K quick. But you'll see this is like all the values in here: step 1, step 2, step 3, and then
I like that.
I like that.
I like that myself too.
Right. So like
today. This is amazing.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing, guys. Like, I've
been watching your posts. I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah.
Now that I know the how and the why behind it, I'm definitely going to interact and start doing it.
Yeah, and here's another one I did here. I was like, unlimited days off, ChatGPT canal, hyper realistic jury duty letter. Like, this is all controversy stuff. Like, obviously, it's like illegal and fake, but that's what I want. I want people to be like, oh, this is illegal. Like, you shouldn't do this, right? Like, I don't care. Any engagement is good, right? So, you can see like that's kind of like the idea here. But then I have my selling posts, right? So inside of here, I have a post of me selling something or getting people on a webinar or a live or my YouTube video, right? But that's kind of the beauty right now of Facebook. And again, I've always loved Facebook as a platform for leads, but right now, I'm just seeing an incredible amount of traffic coming. Now you guys recommend that everyone has a professional dashboard, correct?
Yeah.
If you can get it, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you can get it, use professional mode.
Yeah, because it gives you so much data and so many more options.
Yeah. So that's the goal, guys. With phase one, it's all about really the fastest way to 10K. That's it right there. Now, obviously, the skill itself is figuring out like how, getting in the DMs and figuring out what to say. And, luckily we've come up with some really cool tools and things that you can plug and play if you're not sure what to say. But that's kind of the skill that you need to figure, or, to learn is, what do you actually say in the DM, or what do I actually post? Right. But the thing is, if you post every day, you're going to get better and better. So I highly recommend that you follow, obviously, me, Daniel, Nate, Austin, some of these people that are posting on Facebook, and kind of see what we're doing. Right. Don't just one of my mentors always told me, like, look at what I'm doing, not necessarily what I'm saying. Right. And that's always been a very powerful statement that I've always kind of looked. I'm like, okay, he's saying this, but what is he actually doing? Like, not that it's any really like deceiving, but it's just, there's a reason why I'm doing this, right? There's a reason why I'm posting the way I'm posting, right? And obviously, even Daniel and Nate were like, what is he doing? And then now I showed them, right? So that's kind of the kind of what we've been doing lately. But that's phase one, and I don't know if you guys want to add anything there before we move on. And that's kind of the main thing.
I want to circle back real quick, okay? Like Jonathan said, that to see what other people, like the top dogs, are doing, okay? Like I also piggyback to what Nate just mentioned, 80-20 content rule. Most of you guys are watching this training right now. You probably are selling some kind of offer online, okay? If you are not getting the results that you want, I would say, okay, the problem with the product probably is the least thing you need to concern, okay? It's usually your process, okay? And if you are doing Facebook, right, 80-20 content rule means 80% of your content should be storytelling, relationship building, providing value, right? Just like what Jonathan is doing today, give you guys value. That's 80% of your content. When you do that right, you're going to find out that 20% when you ask people to buy, it becomes easier. But a lot of beginners, they spend 100% of their content, pretty much every single piece of post they put out is asking people to buy something from them. That's exactly why they don't make any sales. When you join other people, let's say Russell Brunson, Jonathan, or whoever you follow in the industry, when you jump on their webinar, when they want to sell you something, you're going to find out everybody talk about their story. They teach you something beforehand, give you some value before they present you their offer, right? So you cannot skip learning how to tell your story. You cannot stop providing value before you ask people to buy from you. Does that make sense? Simple concept, okay? Jonathan, back to you.
Awesome. I'm just writing down the next phase here. Do you think we covered phase one pretty good, at least for now?
For the most part, yeah. It's basically what you need that offer. You need that automated sales system going, right? And you need to have somewhere to send people to, right? When you're creating that content, drive people to your main platform, which we always say Facebook. Yeah. YouTube's absolutely a gold mine too. Don't sleep on YouTube either, right? But Facebook should be like your guys' main source, your main thing, because you guys have a little bit more control with Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It's just the main for us. Facebook, like for me, when I first started, I was all about TikTok. I was TikTok. And then Daniel was like, Nate, you really need to check out Facebook, right? And then when I hopped on Facebook, it was just like, okay, like this is just it. For me, it's so much easier to find that audience, talk with your audience, be relatable with your audience on Facebook. Just not only for the fact that it has our age demographic, right? It's an older platform, right? So it has people who are actually who are looking to like either retire or they're working too much, right? It's just that's the age demographic there. Whereas you go over to TikTok, it's a lower age demographic. It's a lot colder traffic, right? Same with IG. It's a lot colder traffic, so it takes longer to convert that traffic, right? Whereas Facebook, it's already pretty much medium to hot traffic already. You're sitting in front of you.
Yeah, I love that, man. And I'm glad you actually mentioned that because that kind of segues into like my phase two. You know, a lot of the things I do now is, you know, tap it into colder traffic because, you know, I've already talked to a lot of my warmer audience, you know, over the past few years. So, you know, for me, I've always had this thought in my mind, like leverage, right? Like Facebook is great. It's, you know, with phase one, because you're going to get to your first 10K, but how can we now in phase two, how can we start to leverage these systems that create automated traffic? And that's what I'm going to walk you kind of through what I do with phase two. Now with phase one, once you get to that first 10K, boom, let's switch over to phase two. Cause now I want you to start making more money. Now with phase two, this is when I started making, personally, I want to say 30 to 50K a month. Okay. This is where it gets pretty fun. Now, if you're not here yet, it's okay. I want you guys to just understand everything that you do in phase one plays into phase two, and you're going to see exactly how in just a second. Okay.
And not only that, you were always turning back to phase one. Phase one is like your foundation to building that empire, right? You can't build a strong skyscraper without a really sturdy foundation, right? And that's basically what that phase one is.
Right. Correct. I mean, I'm still doing phase one now. Like I posted this yesterday about getting into this Zoom or this call right now, right? So I'm still doing it, but I'm doing it in a different level, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now. So if you're excited about phase two, type in phase two down below.
Let's go. Phase two.
Awesome. And again, if you're not here yet, it's okay, because this is going to get you excited to get there. Okay.
I need you guys, before Jonathan share with you a strategy. Okay. I need you, because I need you to visualize yourself. Okay. Now you are making 10K per month consistently, right? Some months you're probably making 30K or more, right? Now it's time. Okay. Let's go through phase two together.
Awesome. Yes. I love that, Daniel. All right. So you've already made your first 10K. Now what do we do? Okay. What's the next step? So the only difference here is we're going to start to tap into some automated traffic, or we're going to create our own automated traffic machine. And then this is actually, you don't have to do this, but this is where we can start thinking about creating your own product. Okay. Now you don't have to do this right away. This is just something to start thinking about if you want to do that. Okay. If you love your offer in the phase one, you can continue with this. Okay. The biggest thing is the automated traffic machine here. And let me kind of show you what I do now. Okay. So, you know, in phase one, we're using, again, Facebook. You know, we start to talk about, you know, Instagram Reels, you know, TikTok, some of these shorter platforms, right? We got TikTok here. You know, in phase one, what we were doing is we were sending everyone, you know, to that 100% commission funnel, right? 100% commission funnel. That master resale rights, or it could be an affiliate product, you know, either one. But that was kind of what we taught in phase one. Now, phase two, we're actually going to take it a little step further. Okay. And this is kind of how you warm up your traffic. Okay. So let me walk you through this. So for phase two, what I want to do is I'm actually now using these platforms, and I want to create an automated traffic system. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually sending people to a YouTube video. Okay. Now, the reason why is because at this point, you know, you're making good money. You want to start to leverage, you know, an automated sales system, right? You don't want to be in the DMs all the time, right? Now, I still do it. I'm still doing it, but when I have thousands of people hitting me up, there's no way I can talk to thousands of people. So what I can do is I can create a YouTube video and simply just send them here. And this is going to do the selling and telling. Okay. And then from here, then we could send them to the product that we're selling. Okay. Now I want to show you a clear example of how I do this. And I don't know. I think I'm one of the best in the world at doing this. And just because I just do this, I've been doing this since 2019. It just works so good. Okay. And I'll give you an example here because you know, for example, here, let me see. Okay. So here's an example. All I'm trying to do is get people to, this was a reel that I made. The main thing I was trying to get people here is to a YouTube video. Okay. So you'll notice at the end of this video here, I say, hey, if you want the full video on how this works, comment, I don't know, whatever it was. I think Bible something, Bible business, right? And what I'm doing is I'm simply now sending to a YouTube video. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the extra step and I'm sending them to the video, right? Where this video, you know, maybe it's, you know, 10, 20 minutes. This is going to do all the selling and telling for me instead of talking to every single person, right? And that's the only difference here, right? But you'll notice what I'm doing is I'm creating like a Facebook post. I'm creating like an Instagram reel on you know, how to do something, and then I send them to that product, right? And I'll show you an example of one I did last week. Let me see. Let me see here.
Oh, you guys need to pay attention to this strategy, okay? Because everybody pick up different things, right? Different details. This strategy worth multiple six figures by itself already, okay? Pay attention to it.
Love it. Love it. Yeah.
I need to up my YouTube game.
Well,
Daniel's got me pushing for more YouTube videos. So,
well, the thing you got to realize, right? So like, it's going to save you time, right? YouTube does take time to build a video, but once you have it, like, look at this. You know, I was trying to get people to get this thing, and then you'll notice all I'm doing here is I'm like, hey, by the way, if you want this, go watch this video, and the video does all the telling for you. Now, let's just say let's just take it a step further. Let's just say you just don't want to do YouTube, right? I mean, you could even do a Loom. Do you guys know what a Loom video is?
Yeah.
yep.
This is the exact same thing. So like, you know, now I like YouTube because you're gonna tap into like the search engine optimization, but you know, a Loom video is essentially, it's just a video, right? You just turn on the extension and then you just film a quick video, right?
Yeah.
And I love TD, right? One to many. That's literally, that's what we're doing is one to many, right? We're leveraging systems, right? And I've made a lot of money by leveraging systems, right? At first, yeah, you're gonna have to put in some work. You're gonna have to get in the DMs. You're gonna have to learn your audience. You're gonna have to do all that, right? And I still do that. I'm not saying I don't do that, but you'll notice the whole point now is now I'm getting people to a YouTube video, and then the YouTube video, that's where I tell people to go buy the thing, that whatever it is. Okay. And that's the game I play. I've been playing the same game. You could look at every single one of my posts, and I've been doing the exact same thing, right? Here's another one right here. You know, I made a 30-minute no edit review on software that creates AI videos. And then I have a free lead magnet, right? So lead magnet, and then here's the thing. And then boom, where do you think I send them to? Again, YouTube video. Now sometimes I'll send them straight to a funnel. That's fine. But for the most part, I'm sending them to a YouTube video. Now, why am I doing that? Now, let me show you some more exciting things. Okay. And let me see here. I'm gonna go to my YouTube account here. I want to show you something pretty cool. Okay. Let's see here, this one right here. Okay. This video brings me thousands of leads every month. And I've had this video on YouTube for like 3 months. Okay. So this is where it gets really powerful. Okay. Check this out. Okay. This video has gotten 200,000 views. I've gotten paid $4,000 for this YouTube. And the YouTube search is still getting me traffic at this very moment. It's still making me money. Okay. Now I can see the traffic I'm reaching, right? It's, you know, people are searching how to create an online course, how to create a course, how to blah, blah, blah. Right. So I'm on like number one for that. Right. And here's the thing that's cool. Right. So the reason, like, I still do Loom and stuff like that, but if you could send to a YouTube video and you're monetized, well, you actually get paid now. Right. And that's kind of the beauty of YouTube, right? Is you're getting paid to create these videos. Right. And that's why I love YouTube, because now, and I'll show you going back over here, you're literally getting paid here. And then if they buy, you're getting paid here. And if they join your email list, they'll buy later. So you get paid again. And then now, okay, check this out. Now Facebook is now paying you. Okay. Do you guys get paid, Daniel?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's not that much, but it's something, right?
Yeah.
So
I made a whole $50.
right.
Good.
Here's the crazy thing, right? You're getting paid to post on Facebook. And if you're smart on phase 2, you'll send them to a YouTube video where you'll get paid again. And then by the time they go buy your product, you get paid. That's where you get paid the real money, right? So it's crazy because I make money on like my products, and those are fun, but I actually get more excited with like the money from YouTube and the money from like Facebook pays me and TikTok and Instagram, because I'm like, this is crazy. How are we getting paid to do this? Right. And that's why you'll see me post like 10 times a day on Facebook, because every time I make those stupid little text posts, I'm getting paid. Even if it's like 30 cents, $1, $2, I'm getting paid to post that. And then in the comments, I'm sending them to the YouTube video where I get paid again. And then that does the selling and telling, where then I send them to the courses, and that's where I make the real money. Okay, you guys following me there?
That's amazing. Yeah. Give us number 9 down below. Okay. If you are tracking us right now, okay, understand what Jonathan is showing you here, because I can guarantee nobody gonna show you this exact same process Jonathan is showing us right here. Okay. This is a real automated business. Jonathan just show us how to put everything together. Okay. I mean, he doesn't need to do this training because he make money passively, right? From all these different things. But he just show you guys how to put everything together. So eventually you can get to that point, sitting on the beach, hanging out with your family, money just keep coming into your account. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. And the other thing, and obviously this is where it gets a little more advanced, right? But if you do it correctly, I'll show you one more thing, and then we'll go to the kind of the next phases here. If you do it correctly, if you do it smart, here, watch. Let me show you, because I'm trying to be the #1 affiliate for this new software. Maybe you guys have seen my syllabi videos. By the way, guys, I'm still doing affiliate marketing. It's still like my favorite thing in the world. I love getting affiliate commissions. Like, that's why I still do it. Like, it's my favorite thing. Okay. So, anyways, these are the videos I've posted lately. It's just basically an AI software. It doesn't really matter, because what I'm trying to say is, what I'm doing is I'm sending people to these videos from Facebook, right? And you'll see just this video I posted last week, I've already made $100, right? Woo! Right. And it's not a ton of money, but but again, now I'm sending people to my funnel, and they're going to buy an affiliate product, and they're going to get on my email list. And that's where I make the real money. Right. But what I'm saying is, if you're smart, right, you'll start to rank on these keywords, right? And that's what phase 2 is all about, right? So when people type in, this keyword, my video shows up at the top, and now I'm getting paid. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the automated traffic machine, because that video I showed you where I made 3 years ago, that continues to send me traffic. You saw it live, and I have thousands of these videos. I already made over 1,000 videos, right? And that's the game I play, right? I play the high leverage game. Now, in the beginning, again, it's you don't have that leverage. You got to start to build it. Okay. But I just want to get you excited, because that's really where I'm at now. I'm like, I get so excited with these systems, and AI is amazing, but I'm still doing the exact same thing. AI just makes it a little bit easier, right? So it's not anything different. So
if you don't learn to use AI in this industry, in this time and age, man, you're going to be left behind when 2026 comes around.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Is that making sense, guys? Type in A2 if that makes sense, and then we'll go on to the next. And while they're typing, Daniel, guys, do you guys have anything to add in phase 2, or even any questions for me?
No. Love it. Can't wait to go back to executing.
Yeah, guys, just so y'all know, like, for like me and Daniel, we stuck with phase 1 and put it into phase 2. Basically, we didn't create our own products until like we are 2 years in, right?
Yeah.
Now, you guys can absolutely do it a lot sooner and a lot quicker, right? And we'll help you do that, right? But the fact is, like, me and Daniel, we leveraged other people's products for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
And we both hit our first 100K online, our first $1 million online, promoting other people's products.
Right. And that's a great point, right? Because this right here can be either your product, it could be an MRR product, a master resale rights, or it can be an affiliate product.
Me and Daniel promoted your Freedom Breakthrough for the first freaking year and a half, pretty much. And
yeah,
we still do.
Right. But why do we do that though? And that's actually there's a reason why you do that in the beginning, because we're building your email list, right? We're leveraging you leveraged my product 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You leverage your product, your authority, and your reputation.
And because of that, you built your brand, you built your Facebook, you built your YouTube, your TikTok from my product, right? Now, I did that when I started using, at the time, it was ClickFunnels and Legendary Marketer and I don't know, some other ones I was promoting. But what I'm saying is I built Jonathan Montoya from affiliate marketing, okay? And then phase 2, that's when I started to think about, okay, maybe I want to create my own product, right? Maybe I want to go and create something that I created. Like I said, hands down, affiliate marketing is still so much easier and fun. So much more fun because it's just, you just send people there and like, that's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. Right. So, of course it is fulfilling having your own product, right? I love it. It's just affiliate marketing is so much easier. I'll say that. But anyway, so excuse me. All right. So let's move on to the next phase here. So, when you talk about scale and when you talk about getting to 6-figure months, right? That's where it gets a little bit different, right? So you got to have a system in place that will get you there. Now, I've personally got to 6-figure months just with affiliate marketing, but I'm really good at what I do with like how I do like this method right here. But it's very difficult for most people. Okay. And I want to be able to help like anyone get to those 6-figure months. And that's with phase 3. And that's you really do need your own product at that point. Now, and I'll show you kind of what you need to do here. Phase 3. And this is how I get to 100K months. Okay. This is where it really gets fun, right? I mean, 100K months is like, that'll change your whole life, right? Like that, honestly, for me, I only live on about 20K a month. Like I do make a lot of money, but I put it all back into the business. I buy real estate. I don't really pay myself that much. So you really only need 20K a month to really live an amazing life. But imagine 100K months, right? I've never paid myself that much, by the way, but maybe one of these days. But anyway, so, yeah. So for phase 3, type in a phase 3 down below if you guys are with me, by the way.
Phase 3. If you want to hit the 100K month, right? And if you don't know how, type phase 3. Okay.
All right. I love it. So phase 3 is okay. So the biggest difference here is you need an automated sales process. Okay. And I'm gonna kind of explain what that means. So what that means is typically you'll need a webinar. Okay. You'll need a challenge. It could be a sales team as well. You can kind of automate a sales team. Excuse me. But that's the big difference, okay? Because if you just have a product, you're not going to really be able to sell it. That was kind of the biggest problem with like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Digital Wealth Academy. Everyone's always trying to sell this product, but there's no automated sales process. There's no challenge. There's no sales team. There's no webinar. That's why people have a hard time selling something like a DWA or something like that, right? So the way kind of phase 3 is laid out is you have these sales mechanisms, right? So again, it could be a webinar. Oops. Sorry, let me do that part. So it could be, it could be a webinar, and then that sends to your funnel. It could be a challenge, or it sends to your product. Okay. Sales page here. But the biggest difference is you have these in place, right? Now creating a webinar is, it takes time, it takes work. If you've not heard of webinar, it's basically like a 90-minute presentation that sells a product. Okay. Same with the challenge, right? It's just a 3, 5, 7-day challenge. And at the end, you pitch to the product that you're selling, right? And then of course you can have your sales team here as well. Okay. Now phase 3 is the biggest difference here. Okay. The only difference is you have these automated sales systems. Okay. You have a webinar, and the webinar is doing the selling for you, right? You're now not really tapping into one-to-one sales, because with one-to-one sales, you can get to that first 10K, a challenge or a sales system. Okay. And then basically what we're doing at this point is we do all the things that we talked about from phase 1, right? So we're using Facebook and TikTok, Instagram. Same thing here. We're sending them to, maybe a YouTube video, where then it sends them to one of these things, right? And this, at this point, this is where you're selling your own product. Okay. This is where you're selling your own product. Now you can create a webinar for like an affiliate product. And, technically you can do that, but to really get to the 100K months, this is kind of what it looks like here. Okay. Now, Daniel and Nate have built webinars for their products. They've built, I think you guys had a challenge as well, right? You guys,
VSLs.
yeah, exactly. Oh, that's another thing, right? A VSL, right? So a VSL is basically just a video sales letter. And that's basically phase 3 is the automated sales process, right? Now, one of the most powerful thing, and I love how TD said, is the one-to-many, right? So all of these are one-to-many, right? I could send 5 people here, or I could send 100,000 people here, and it's not going to break. The system's still going to sell to either the 5 or the 100K. Now, your job at that point is just to get more traffic on the front end. But that's phase 3. I'm not going to go too super in depth with this because, you know, there's a lot that goes to it, right? With how to build the web, and how to build the challenge. But is there anything you guys want to add here?
I definitely also add in like a team, right?
Sure.
Like a virtual assistant, a graphic designer, right? Because you don't have to have that, but paying for that, outsourcing the tasks that you don't want to do that somebody else can literally do for you will not only save you so much time to focus on creating content and driving more traffic, but it's going to buy back your time, right? So now you can focus on the money-making activities rather than those small tasks that you have to do in your business every single day anyways, right? Reach out, reply to DMs, certain smaller little tasks that you don't need to be doing anymore. That stuff can absolutely be outsourced, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, having a team is probably essential at this point, especially if you have support and all that stuff, right? So yeah, no, absolutely. That's such a great point.
I do want to add one thing for the audience. Okay, if you guys pay attention to Jonathan's diagram right now we are talking about phase number 3. Okay, once you get to phase number 3, right, once you create your webinar, right, you know the process, you have done your testing, proof that your webinar is converting. Once you get to this point, right, basically this is like a, how do I say, like an automated money machine. Okay, it runs 24/7, right? You get automated sales all the time. But if you pay attention to this diagram, okay, every step's connected together, right? From the left-hand side, Facebook, TikTok, IG, that's when you first got started, right? You have an offer. You learn how to position your offer, tap into the hotter traffic, then warm traffic, then cold traffic on different social media platform, make your first 10K online, then try to go for consistent 10K per month, right? Then phase number 2, you take that, then build out your automated traffic machine, right? You build out that automated traffic machine, so that will enhance your income, okay, from 10K per month to 30K to 50K per month. Once you get that all done, then we can move into phase number 3, okay? Now you can create your own webinar, right? You have your own sales system, your own sales team to sell your own high ticket offer to hit that 100K month. So every steps, you need to do it in the right sequence.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna touch on phase 4 real quick because this is obviously I don't want to like go out too far, but this is the path that we will take you on, right? I've gotten to phase 4, right? This is where I'm currently at, right? Phase 4 is getting to, you know, $1 million months. Now, I've personally never hit $1 million month. The biggest month I've ever hit is a little over $500,000, right? So I haven't gotten here yet, but I know with phase 4 you can get there. Okay. And basically the only difference here is we're adding paid ads. Okay. Paid ads here. Another thing is self-liquidating offers. So basically what that means is if I'm spending, you know, $1,000 on ads, okay, that should bring me back $1,000 instantly. Okay. And then everything after that is we're just have a free email list. Okay. That's how you win the game of ads. It's it's once if you can figure this out, like you'll be super rich. Like, it's just like, because what happens is now you're building an email list for free, right? So if we're spending money on ads, on the front end, we're making that same money. Well, now we have this email list that we've built for free. Okay. So the only difference here, and I'm just going to add it in this section, is we're not doing anything different here. The only difference is we're just going to ads. Ads are going straight to, you know, your sales process. And then we're still using Facebook, TikTok, Instagram to kind of nurture the people coming from ads, because that's where your real cold traffic will start to come in. So the way you nurture them is, let's just say you build an email list from an ad, right? Like, let's say you had an ad and you built your email list and they haven't bought anything. Well, that email list should now be sending to, maybe your YouTube video or your Facebook group or your TikTok, right? Because now the goal is to show them who you are, right? When I run ads now, I try to get them to watch my YouTube and my Facebook account and my Facebook group. And again, we're doing the exact same things here. We're just now accelerating it and we're getting more people into the system. And that's all it is, right? And that's really, I'm going to touch on phase 4 and then just as a bonus, phase 5.
Well, there's even the new, I've been seeing a few top marketers, doing those $5 Facebook ads and running to DMs.
Correct. Yeah.
I want to try that, man.
Yeah.
If I get people DMs, I can close them.
That's exactly right. At phase 5, $10 million months, I haven't gotten there yet. So I'll let you know. It's to be continued. To be continued. I know I will get there though.
Wow, $10 million a month. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is insane. But it's been done. I know people have done it. And yeah. So anyways, that's the process, guys. Type in a FastTrack down below if that makes sense. I know there's a lot, but
yeah, this is like $1 million blueprint map for you guys.
If you guys didn't notice, most of the hard work is in phase 1, right? Matter of setting up that foundation, right? And then it's just a matter of continually growing your knowledge and growing your business as you go.
Yeah, look at that. I love it. Freaking amazing. Thank you, Adrian. Awesome.
A lot of coaches, right? I mean, talking about making money, a lot of coaches, they don't like to work with like people just starting out. Because like Nate mentioned, starting from nothing to your first 10K or first 10K month, that's the most difficult one. But once you hit it, how to scale it to 50K month, 100K month is relatively easier, right? So if you are just getting started, right, still trying to find your breakthrough, just want to let you know, okay, to having nothing to have your first success, that's the most difficult one, okay? So if you are struggling, don't quit, okay? Because I went through that process. Jonathan went through that process himself. Nathan went through that process, right? But now we all made millions dollars online, okay? Because we didn't quit. We found solutions, right? And you guys can do it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the other thing. Actually, you just brought that up, Daniel. A lot of you marketers out there, here's a good concept for you guys to realize, right? Stop pushing your offer right away, okay? You guys, you go into the doctor's office, right? I'm pretty sure, Jonathan, you're going to be going to the doctor's pretty soon, right? You're sick, right? But anyways, just brought this up, right? You're not gonna walk into the doctor's office and the doctor's gonna hand you a prescription without diagnosing you, right? Mm-hmm. Right? You guys gotta actually ask quality questions, ask your questions with your prospects, right? And figure out what they're struggling with, why their pain points, right? Diagnose their problems before offering your solution. Trust me, when you do that, your sales will skyrocket a lot more.
Yeah, no, absolutely, guys. It's been such a fun journey with learning through this. There's so many times I wanted to quit. I'm not gonna lie, like it was just difficult. If you don't have the right people that help you through the process, it just becomes difficult. So, who here would actually like our help though? Just say I would like your help down below because we have something. It's very small percentage of people. Because it's going to be taking a lot of our time. And basically the goal with what I'm about to go through now is we want to get you to your first 10K as fast as humanly possible. Right. And we know we can do it with our methods with like I talked about in phase 1, but we're going to walk you through the process, like what to say, what to post, what to do, how to get it set up. Right. All the software is included. Like that's the type of thing that we have for a small amount of people here. So like I said in the beginning, we do have like something for you guys that are interested, right? So if you are interested in that, just say FastTrack down below. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send you a link to a page where you can book a call with me, Daniel, or Nate. So you can actually speak to one of us. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through the roadmap, answer any questions, and then kind of let you know what we can do to help you get to that first 10K. And the cool thing about this is we actually guarantee that you hit that first 10K, or we work with you until you do, right? So Daniel, do you want to drop that link real quick?
Yep, let me do it. Let me do it. In the meantime, okay, feel free to ask questions. I see Alma has a question. The answer is yes. Okay, Funnel Freedom can help you build out everything, including your own program. So upsell at the back end, after, no problem.
And there's even a DWA template inside of Funnel Freedom already.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, part of
added a few.
Part of what we're going to do to help you guys is actually include Funnel Freedom for the next year. Okay. So, and we'll answer that all on the call, guys. Again, we're going to have you guys book a call, because this is, it's not cheap, right? You're going to be speaking to us. You're going to be working with us. And we, if this is something that you're interested in, but maybe you think like, maybe it's not the time for me, we have other things as well. Right. And we'll make that decision. So we're gonna go ahead and drop that link down there. There we go. So if you guys go to jonathanmontoyalive.com/freedom now, you can book a call. I think we have a limited amount of spots that can book. So if you guys go to this page as soon as you can, and basically what you'll see is this page right here. Just enter your information here. And then on the next page after that, it's going to ask you to book a call. Okay. So that's exactly how that works. Okay. And then in the meantime, while you guys are doing that, we do want to answer some questions and help you with anything that you have right now. So
what type of people we are looking for? Okay. So this strategy session, right, it's going to be me, Nathan, or Jonathan personally take your call. Okay. So it's not going to be a hard sale at all. So we are only looking for like serious people who really, really want to scale their business. Okay. Today, Jonathan already showed you the roadmap, exactly how you start from zero, hitting your first 10K, first 100K months, then scale it to $1 million. That's the exact game plan. Got me and Nathan and a bunch of students success. Okay. Now you can walk away with the exact roadmap and do it yourself. But for people who want to fast track their results, right? Having somebody like Jonathan, myself, and Nathan hold you by the hands and implement every single steps with you to help you achieve that goal faster, right? And you want to know what it will look like, then book a call. It's free, okay? Free call. But the call, then we're gonna take a look at your business, what you have been doing, what are you struggling with. We're gonna give you some pointers. Then we can see if we can help you at all. Okay. So it's very relaxing call, but mainly it's that to find out if we are even a good fit. All right.
Love it. Awesome. Yeah, it's been. I think the thing that people need to realize is like, there's obviously phases to where I got to be, right? But when I was just starting, I really didn't have that roadmap. I kind of just figured it out, right? In a way where, I did buy courses and different mentors and stuff like that. So, I obviously like spent a lot of money trying to figure it out, way more than I wish I did at the time. But it's been cool to kind of be that pioneer, because I feel like I'm one of the only ones that have figured out this method where it's like, let's get you fast results, but then how can we automate this so we can then bring more and more people in? And that's the goal, right? At the end of the day, we all want the freedom. We all want the, the automated process. We all want the passive income, but it doesn't come right away, right? And that's the thing. Phase 1, you're going to be working. You're going to work. But if you follow the process, we're going to get you to phase 2 and phase 3, where that's when you can start to step back a little bit and let the systems, let the leverage do the work for you, right? So yeah.
Let me answer a couple questions here. Marie, you are good. Okay, I think you jump in when we did the beta run. Okay, so for the fast track, you are in. So every Friday we have our direct mentorship call. Okay, look forward to seeing you this Friday. And also, Jim, okay, would this be appropriate if you are just starting out? If you need a hands-on help, right? I would say yes, because when do you need help? When you feel that you are struggling, right? When you are starting out, that's exactly when you need the help the most. Okay. So if you are in a position looking for help, I highly encourage you book a call, right? Let's talk and let's figure out if this program will be for you or not. All right. And TD say the fast track coaching is insane, one of a kind. Thank you. Grant say best training I've had in 20 years of affiliate marketing. Let's go. Yeah.
I appreciate
guys.
that, Graham. That's
we
amazing.
like me, Daniel, even and Jonathan, and even a lot of our students, right? We've proven that marketing is marketing. It doesn't matter what the product is. We can literally take any product and turn it into a gold mine. We've seen it left, right, and center. KD, I know she was on this call today. Happy birthday, by the way, KD. And she got a high ticket sale from you a couple days ago, Jonathan, and just got another pop sale yesterday.
Yeah.
So she's absolutely crushing it with multiple products. Jack, Digital Ventures, multiple products the guy's promoting, and he's absolutely crushing it, right?
Yeah, he sold a product to me.
Skills that matter.
Yeah, he sold one to you. Yeah.
Yeah, he sold one to you.
I still buy courses, guys. I love buying stuff. So what phase 3 is all about, right? So like, this video that we're doing now, we'll probably add that now as one of the VSLs or the webinars, right? So we're going to be adding this in, and we're doing the exact same thing, right? We're doing the exact same thing that we're teaching you, right? And that's the goal, right? We're not doing anything different. Everything is
outdated tactics.
Yeah. I think there's some people that try to just do it for the money. And, I think we all kind of, that's what like leads us, or that's what draws us in, like the money. It's good, right? I want to pay off debt. I want to have the freedom, but I've learned to really love and master this game of digital marketing and creating content and just getting better. So that's why we're still in the trenches, and I can speak for myself and them as well. And we love what we do. We love helping students. I just had a student yesterday. Shoot, I'll show you right now. I just posted about it. One of our students who just joined, he just made his first, I think $2,500 sale. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, it was just amazing. And Alex White, he said, "Oh my word, I can't even breathe right now. I've worked so hard for this and I wanted this so badly." So it was just so cool that this was what made it, like, it made my whole week. And like, just being able to help people and, whether it's quit their jobs or pay off debt or have the true freedom, right? Because the true freedom is not necessarily making money. I think real true freedom is people not telling you what to do, right? Like, if you want to be able to send your kids to what you want to be able to not listen to the government or not have to worry about, what politics say, or, whatever side you're on, doesn't matter. Because the freedom that you have, that we're building here, that I'm showing you how to build, allows you freedom from the government, from politics, from, the normal school, the normal 9 to 5, like the matrix, right? As Andrew Tate would put it, right? That's why I have these Freedom Rebel shirts, right? Because we're rebels, right? That's the movement I'm trying to get you guys to understand, is like the freedom movement is not just about making money, but it's also about the total freedom, right? So it's such a game changer. Yeah, my thing is like going into like a Whole Foods and being able to buy as many supplements as I want, and all these exotic fish and foods, and be able to like live a healthy life. And that's part of the freedom too, is like, I have the freedom to work out when I want, and to, buy certain, maybe you guys seen my posts, but buy certain peptides that, help with performance or whatever, right? Like I have the funds, I have the means to be able to do that. That's the true freedom, right? And, that's something my grandparents never really had, right? They, I feel like there was a lot of, they had a lot of health problems. I lost my grandpa last year, and, I think part of it was, he worked so hard and he wasn't able to, buy good food, and, they just ate whatever was there. Right. So junk food and stuff like that. Right. But if he would have had the freedom, maybe he would have been able to not work as hard. Maybe he would be able to take care of his body and eat better, buy better food, and maybe he would have still been here today. Right. So that's kind of how, like, it goes really deep with me. Right. It's not just about the money. It's just like what it can do, right? Also, like, I've been able to give the most I've ever given to my church, right? That's what I believe in. That's what I do. So those are the freedoms that I think are really important. Like, and everyone has their own like freedoms, right?
This was such a good one. This was such a good call. It's always good getting on a call with you, Jonathan. I always have fun.
Well, so, right? It's, kind of one of my main goals, right? Is like if I bring on past student, even though they're crushing, you guys are obviously crushing, doing your thing. Like I always want to bring enough value to even like impress you guys, right? Showing you kind of what I'm doing with Facebook now, and give you just a little golden nugget that I'm like, I could even help you guys, right? And
Oh,
even
that's
like,
amazing. I also learned some very good stuff today. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, definitely gonna be using that Facebook comment that you showed me because I can see how powerful that could be too, right? So
right, absolutely. And I actually see a lot of people booking here. So awesome, guys. Looks like we're getting filled up on here. Perfect. Very good. Cool. Well, I'm gonna leave the link one more time, and then I'm actually gonna head over to the doctor's. Everyone's kind of sick in the house today. All the kids, the wife.
just a quick one, real quick. I see Vibrant says, "Hello, Jonathan. Sorry to jump in late to the session. I joined a few weeks ago. If you're having problems with your funnel freedom, there's actually a live funnel freedom call happening in about 20 minutes. So if you're having any problems with your funnel freedom, there's an actual live tech call happening in 20 minutes with Christopher McManny. So if you have those questions, hop on that live call and Chris will help you out with it. No problem."
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think we give such crazy support, like for our people. Like it's important, right? Because I mean, people get stuck at little things that, for us, like tech, right? Like it's not that hard for us now, but like in the beginning, it's like, oh my gosh, like what the heck is a DMARC or whatever, right? Like a domain, whatever.
See me when I first started, dude. I hated technology. I still do. But funnel freedom just makes things easy.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, so we have the support for you guys. I mean, we have actually part of this inner circle that you guys are going to book a call for right there on the link is we actually give you the software that you need included. We pay for it all. We cover the cost of that. And we don't want you to have to worry about no monthly bill, right? Like the only thing we want to help you with is let's get you to that first 10K and let's cover the cost of whatever it is. And let's get you making money. Let's get you in momentum. Because if you get to momentum, oh my gosh, like it's such a awesome feeling. I remember when I started seeing momentum, it was actually before I quit my job. When was this? Probably like 6 months before I quit my job, because I started to just get like little sales here and there, right? And maybe $5, $10 affiliate sales, whatever. And then I started getting this momentum where the sales started to come in more and more and more. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, right? But to get to that momentum, it's like moving like a big rock up a mountain, right? You're struggling. But once you get to the top of the mountain, you're able to push it down, the ball will start to roll. It'll start to get faster and faster and faster. And that's where I am now, right? And I feel like I've continued my momentum. I continue to create content. Now, if I were to stop for the next year, I think I would still make a lot of money, but I think the momentum would stop a little bit, right? So I think eventually it would stop. But I feel like I've built a system that's bringing me leads and traffic that'll still bring in leads for years to come, right? So
yeah, you've built a system where you could walk away for a month, no problem, and it'd still be running in the background, earning you tons and tons of coin, right? So
yeah, wow, Chris, look at this guy, man. He's up at 2 a.m. He said, "This has been great, guys. Well worth the effort. Getting up at 2 a.m." Australia, now waiting for Chris's call. So he's still going to stay up. So like 4 a.m. That's crazy, man. That's
how you got to do it though. When you first start out, man, I remember multiple times staying up late at night, passing out on my computer, right? I remember those hard days because it's tough at first, right? But it's so rewarding, especially once you get into that year stretch, right? You guys hit that 10K mark, you start going, right? It's rewarding. You look back and thank yourself for not giving up.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And for me, I was working. I mean, some of you guys know my story already, but I was working 9 to 5, but I would wake up at 3:30 every single morning. And for me, it was create a YouTube video at the time. And then, yeah, I mean, that's what got me out of the job. It was like just being consistent, but also doing things that suck. I still do things that suck. That's why I do CrossFit and I do cold plunges and, the sauna, like, you want to get out of that comfort zone. That'll train your body train your body and mind to do hard things, right? Entrepreneurship is hard and it's still hard, right? I'm just at a different level. So I got to be ready for that next level of hard, right? So
my first 4 months, man, before I quit my job, I was exhausted. I was working 12 to 15 hours a day. I was lucky to get an hour or two in a day on my business. But it was the consistency that I kept on doing it every day, kept on learning, right? And eventually that knowledge and sales started coming in. I was able to match my trucking pay in 4 months and quit. right?
Yeah.
Then I could go full tilt. I could work for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on my business if I wanted to, instead of working for somebody else.
Yep. All right.
It's way more powerful, guys, when you're your own boss.
All right. Make sure, okay, if you want to, jump on the call with Jonathan, myself, or Nathan, right, and see how we can help you scale your business to achieve the goal that you are going after. Okay, book a call. Okay, before we run out of spots. It's a very relaxing call. Okay, we're gonna talk and figure out if we are a good fit, if we can even help you at all. Okay, so make sure you book a call if you need help.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. I'm just going to add this last thing here, and then I'll probably have to head out. But if you are watching this on the replay and you try to book a call and they're booked out, shoot us a message, and we can see if we can open up some spots, because I think there is going to be a lot of people that do watch this on the replay. So it looks like quite a few have booked already here. So thank you guys so much. We're definitely gonna walk you through the process, and hopefully we can possibly work together and help you get to that first 10K as soon as possible. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Daniel, Nate. You guys are always fun to get on live with, and we always have lots of fun. I'm always learning from you. So it's great to see you guys always innovating and doing it and in the trenches, like TD said, right? So
we appreciate you, Jonathan, from day one all the way till now, right? We can work together. It's our honor.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you all so much. You guys have a blessed day, and we will talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.